You know, a lot of guys in Major League Baseball work behind the scenes, don't get a lot of publicity. And Debbi Taylor standing by with one of those gentlemen right now at Miller Park. Special assistant to General Manager Mike Rizzo. Debbi with Bob Schaefer. Deb?
Thank you very much, Johnny. And Bob, you have had so much history with teams that are so rich in talent evaluating and developing players. You worked for the Dodgers, the Red Sox, the Orioles. How do you like being with the Nationals now?
Well, it's great. I mean, when I knew I was going to leave the Dodgers last year, and I coached 12 years in the big leagues and the last 3 in L.A., I just decided I wanted to do something different. So Mike Rizzo was one of the first guys I called because I knew Mike from the Red Sox days, and I knew they had a great organization. They're on their way up. They signed 2 great #1 draft choices the last 2 years, so they're serious about winning. And there are a lot of great baseball people here. I work with Davey Johnson. I work with Bob Boone, and I know they have great baseball people in the organization. So this is where I really want to be.
Bob, what is the key to building a championship team?
Well, the key is the minor league players. And the whole thing about baseball is evaluation. Whether you're a manager, a coach, or a scout, you have to evaluate. And when you develop your own players, you can evaluate them better than anybody else because you know their makeup, you know their work habits, you know the type of people they are. So you have to develop your own players. Not that they're all going to play for you in the big leagues, but you can use them for trades and everything else. So player development, which I've been involved in a long time in my career also, and scouting is where it all starts. And I can see they have a good foundation right here doing that.
One of the key acquisitions for the Nationals this offseason was Jason Worth, and you have a history with him going back to your days with the Orioles. And tell us what it was like to see him as a catcher.
Well, he was a great athlete. I mean, I was worked for Sid Thrift there doing basically the same thing I'm doing now, and I didn't really see the minor leagues that much, but I went down and saw Jason. He was one of their top guys at the time, and he was a catcher and a very athletic catcher. And you can almost see that someday he'd be moved to another position because of his speed and his makeup and everything else. So, again, it's great to have him over here. It's great to have that type of player because he's a baseball player. He's not just an offensive guy. He's a defensive player. He can run the bases, and that's how you win with people like that. And if we can surround him with some more people that can do the same thing, I think the sky's the limit here.
And finally, I want to ask you about Matt Stairs. You know him from your days in Boston, and what has helped him stay in the game for so long?
Well, I'll tell you a story about Matt. When he came over to for the Red Sox, he was with our AAA team, and he was kind of going through the motions. I knew Matt was a great competitor, but he was never a great practice player. So the AAA manager came to me and says, I don't like this guy. And I said, well, I don't blame you. I can see what you don't like about him. So I went to Matt and I said, Matt, you got to give a little better effort in practice. He said, it's too hot down here. So I said, Matt, let me tell you what, you're not in Maine right now. You're not in Canada right now, but it's how it is. So I said, you got to kick it in gear and go. Well, he did, of course, and the rest was history. But, Matt has always been a great competitor. I mean, for a guy to hang on, and as long as he has, he was never a great defense player, but he's a lot better defense player than people thought he was. He had a good arm, and he was a pretty decent outfielder. But, he's got that home run swing. He swings for a home run every time up, which is good. And he's got a good roll these last few years. Again, he beat us in Philly with a home run off of Broxton. But, he's a baseball player. And what makes him so good is that he's a tough competitor. He's a baseball player. He's a very smart guy. He knows the game. And, hopefully I think he's doing a good job here just passing that knowledge on to younger players.
Okay, Bob Schaefer, thank you so much for your time. Johnny, Ray, back to you in the studio.